Been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a door. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh guys, long time no video, but I'm back. Today I'm going to talk about what my experience was like after I did laser eye surgery. So I've been short-sighted for a good chunk of my life, since primary school, I believe, but only started wearing glasses seriously at the beginning of high school. That's when I started wearing them regularly. I was in so much denial about my short-sightedness, and I hated the fact that I was going to wear glasses, so it took me a long time before I accepted to wear glasses full-time. The way that I found out, well, the way that I knew something was wrong was, I remember in primary school, I was sitting next to a classmate who wore glasses, and I was like, oh, let me try your glasses. And so when I tried his glasses and I looked out of the window, I remember seeing individual leaves on trees for the first time in I don't know how long. Trees were just a green blob to me. And I remember I looked outside the window and I saw individual leaves. And I was like, hang on a minute. Is this what you see daily? You see this kind of clarity? That's when I knew I had a problem. So then I told my parents and, blah, blah, went to eye tests. Turned out I was short-sighted, and, the rest is history. So, I'd worn glasses more than half my life by the time I was getting laser eye surgery. Oh, I remember back in the day, I was I in primary school still, or had I moved back? No, I was in high school at this point. Kenya introduced LASIK, the LASIK eye surgery. Now, my dad was also used to wear glasses, and so he was like, let me go and get the LASIK done on myself as an experiment for you, and then if it's successful, then you can do it. So I remember he went, it was in Sarit back in the day, I don't know if it's still there, and he came back and he could see, but let's just say so the doctor made one of his eyes short-sighted and the other long-sighted, so he had to do this if he was looking close or do this if he was looking far, and I was just like, nah, that ain't for me, that life ain't for me. And also his procedure was the one where they cut a bit of the cornea and lift the flap and then laser, right? And that one is dangerous because if anything goes wrong, then there's chances of blindness or seriously injuring the eye. So I was just like, nah, that's not for me. But I always knew that I wanted to do it. So anyway, fast forward to 2017, I'm in Melbourne in Australia, and I had done some research. I actually visited 2 eye clinics in Adelaide in South Australia before I moved to Melbourne, and both of them told me that I don't qualify for laser eye surgery. At that point, I nearly gave up because I was just like, okay. They did their tests. They just said, oh, I have astigmatism and blah, blah, blah. I can't remember the reason they told me that I do not qualify. But I remember 2 clinics in Adelaide saying I don't qualify. So then I moved to Melbourne. And then I did some research again. And then I found there was a clinic not too far from where I lived at the time. And so I just thought, you know what, let me just go and see. And if these guys also say that I don't qualify, then I've tried in a different state, blah blah blah, then I will just give up on this story and I'll accept my fate with the glasses. So I went to this clinic, and the first thing that this clinic did very differently to the other clinic was very thorough tests. Like during the consultation, they were very thorough in finding out my prescription and all of that stuff, because if you're doing laser surgery, then you have to have a stabilized prescription. So mine was minus 3.5 and had been minus 3.5 for many, many years. So they found out all my history, did very comprehensive tests on my eyes, and explained to me the process very clearly. And what really sold me, one, was the fact that I did qualify for laser surgery, but number 2, I qualified for the procedure that did not involve cutting. And so there was 0% chance of blindness, so I was sold immediately. So by the time, I did my initial consultation at the beginning of the year, I think the first quarter of the year, around March of 2017, and then I had my procedure booked tentatively for September, October. And then I would go in for checkups within the year just to make sure that the prescription is the same, because the laser machine is calibrated to each individual's prescription, if that makes sense. So the laser machine will work on your eye and will correct your eye based on your individual prescription and what amount of correction you need, right? So that is what really impressed me. I was just like, okay, first of all, I won't be in any worse off position. It's a 0% chance of blindness. They were so thorough with my eye tests, so thorough. And yeah, I felt comfortable. So scheduled my laser eye surgery, got it done. I've written a blog post about the process. I will leave a link down below in the description box. Yeah, and so I did the surgery and I left. So the first thing, after you've done laser eye surgery, you can see immediately. Like, you can see 20/20 immediately. It's just that now it hurts to be in the light. So for me, I was told I can't be exposed to white light for a week minimum. So I couldn't look at my phone or the television for a week. So I had these plastic sort of things. What do you call them? They were not patches. They were just two plastic things on my eye that I could see through. And then I also had eye drops and some medication that they'd given me. And then after that week, you can start to use your screens again and blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, the first thing that I would do differently looking back is I would extend that 1 week restriction to 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Because I remember I took a week off work because I thought, okay, I'm on the computer a lot for work. And so I thought, okay, if I can't look at a screen for a week, then I'll just take a week, because there's no pain after the fact. It's just you can't drive yourself after, you have to be looked after because the medication they give you actually makes you so loopy. So I'm so grateful that my two sisters took time off and one came from Adelaide to look after me, the other one I was living with. So I was tripping balls during that time because of the medication, and this is something I've actually covered in my blog post, so have a look at that. But yeah, so if there's anything I would change is the length of that time. I would have taken more time off work, more time off screens, because after that 1 week I did go back to work and I was wearing sunnies at work because the white light, like the white light from the ceiling, the white light from the computer, was really, really brutal to my eyes. It was brutal. It wasn't pain, it was more like extreme discomfort. And so after the procedure, they give you eye drops and they prescribe you eye drops that you're going to be using regularly following the procedure. So I found that I was using eye drops so frequently in the office, and I was wearing my sunnies as if I'm a rapper, you know. I was wearing my sunnies indoors because that's how uncomfortable I felt. And that discomfort lasted about, I would say, a good 3 weeks. A good 3 weeks before my eyes now started getting used to the lighting in the office, which is, I think I've read somewhere that the white light in offices is quite damaging to just normal eyesight. So anyway, I was talking to a friend of mine about the experience of living life after getting laser eye surgery, especially after you've worn glasses for so long, because I'd worn glasses for years and years and years. I was short-sighted, so I could only see things clearly if they were that close, right? So waking up in the morning, I had to wear my glasses. I had 2 pairs, one to help me find the other one if I lose it. So the first thing I did when I woke up was put on my glasses and then find whatever I need to find for the morning or whatever. So the first shower after my laser eye surgery, I stood in the shower staring at the tiles for so long because I had never seen the line, the squareness of a tile. When I entered the shower, it was just a blob, like it was just a white blob if it was white tiles. I never really saw details, right? Or soap. I never saw how soap bubbled and and like, you know, falls down your body and down the tiles or down the whatever, down onto the shower. Like I was staring at the floor of the shower. I'm like, this is what happens. You know, you don't see those things clearly because when you're short-sighted, unless things are very, very up close, like unless I held soap up here and I didn't even, at the time, like I never even thought about the showering experience when I used to wear glasses, because obviously I can't take my glasses in the shower with me. I just get in the shower. But I never thought about the fact that I can't see things clearly inside the shower. So my first shower after my operation was very interesting. I stayed in there for a really long time because I was just like, the tiles, like look at the individual tiles, look at the crispness of the square. Those things just that was not part of my world. I just went around. If I didn't have my glasses on, which you know, unless I'm asleep, I always had my glasses on. I just went around. I guess I never really paid attention to what I'm missing out on. And the other thing that I found fascinating was the wall right opposite my bed when I woke up. So I would stare at that wall and for the first time see details on the wall. Like I would see, oh, there's a little crack there, oh, there's a little mark there. I mean, yes, I would wear glasses, but do you know what I mean? Like the first thing when you open your eyes, I couldn't see properly. Like everything was just a blob. Like if it's a white wall, it's just whiteness. If it's something on my dresser, it's just like, if it's a perfume or something on my dresser, it's just a blob. Like I know it's there because I put it there, but I couldn't see detail. And of course I would look out into the street or outside the window and see trees and look at the leaves, individual leaves, and I was just so fascinated by the amount of detail that I could see with my naked eye. Oh my God. If you have good eyesight, please don't take it for granted, because it's very frustrating to not be able to see with your own eyes. And that's why I wanted so bad to get the surgery done, or to get the procedure done, is because I wanted to, I just wanted to get up and go. Like my lifestyle is get up and go. Method that will get me out the door the quickest, that's what I want. So, if you're in Melbourne and you're considering laser eye surgery, I can give you more information. Just hit me up in the comment section below. And yeah, thanks for watching this story time. I will see you next time. Bye.